David here, and the project for today is a road trip to Portland, Oregon. For once I'm not driving, Racer X is driving, and I left little iodine at home. We plan to do a little bit of shopping, but mostly we want to see the Aviation Museum in McMinnville. So we're still in Washington State, we're approaching the border. And if I come up with anything interesting, I'll turn the camera on and try to film it for you. The sun is rising. We left the house at about 5 a.m. this morning, so we can get a full day of touring in. A lot of people like to come down in Oregon and shop because there's no sale tax there, but we would never think of doing that, would we? No, we wouldn't. We arrived in Portland just in time to see the smoke from a huge fire. I want to go there, but Racer X doesn't.
Yeah, in Oregon you can have 4. You can grow 4.
Can we grow those in Washington?
I think so.
We can't. Do you have any seeds like
Stopped
this?
off to visit my brother-in-law. He's got this prolific garden growing in the backyard.
I get them as starts. Starts, like, you know, little, like tomato starts, you know.
Oh, there's outside the area too.
Okay, you know, an army moves on its stomach. We're stopping at Pizzicato to get some pizza for lunch. I've never been here before.
The right lane to turn right on Northeast Cumulus Avenue.
We're in McMinnville, and we're approaching the museum. It's great that they have a winery vineyard right on the grounds in the museum. Do some wine tasting, look at some airplanes, go back to wine tasting, look at some more airplanes. Don't make the car so bumpy. Go into that ditch over there.
Okay.
Wow, check out that paint job.
You've arrived at your destination.
Check out the C-47. That's a Boeing electric airplane.
Yep.
So this is it. We're just going to be driving around the parking lot, right?
Yep.
The museum flight has one of these.
It's a Mohawk Grumman. It's a observation plane.
Great visibility on this plane.
Yeah, it looks really weird though. They're like bug eyes. This is a Gulfstream 2. Yeah, we used to fly on those at work in Northrop. They had a couple of them. I forget what that is. This is a Northrop airplane right here, fighter. Developed in the Korean War. It's a ground attack. Look at the inlets on that thing.
Yeah, who took the engines out?
Yeah, it's lighter that way. What's this thing? Looks like the...
Whatever it is, it's almost as big as my dick. What'd you call that?
It's a Delta Dart. It has missiles in the weapons bay. You see the weapons bay on the belly?
Yeah. My belly has a weapons bay too.
That's the famous Tomcat. That's the one I was telling you about with the titanium wing box.
Okay, is that a MiG-23?
Yeah, it's a MiG-29. That's Blue Angels Grumman Panther. They used those in Korean War in the 50s. Made in New York. That's a Northrop F5E Tiger. I used to work on one of those. My first job at Northrop.
Check out the runway floor. My grandsons would be amazed.
How many blocks? How many?
PBY-5 Catalina. F5D1 Skylancer. Cessna 02A Skymaster. McDonnell Douglas F4C Phantom II. Douglas DC-3A. Curtis CW A-22 Falcon. I always cringe when I see this double axle mount on this DC-3 because it takes a whole lot of time to change the tire. The docent here told me that this has to be taken apart every 300 hours. And this DC-3, this is the second oldest DC-3 in the country. I'm gonna walk inside. As you can see, it's configured for passenger flight. Walking uphill, going to the flight deck. They were very excited that I was working on the B-17 project. I got an open invitation to come back and work here at any time. Pretty simple controls compared to the B-17, don't you think? I'm ready to take off and drop some airborne over France. There's a project that needs some work. Beechcraft 18, C-45 in the military version. There's a restoration shop in the corner over there. A-26 C Invader. Republic F-105G Thunder Chief. LTV A7 Corsair 2. Douglas A1E Skyraider. North American FJ3 Fury. Oh man, they got an FW190 A7. How rare is that?
This is a fire you don't think so? So it's one of the very few, but these came on board towards the end of World War II. Nazi Germany. They have these rockets out here. I don't know if they have machine guns.
Jack Yeager shot one of these down.
Very well could have, yeah.
I heard that in his autobiography. He shot one.
Oh, yeah.
And he was, I think, the first Air Force, World War Air Force.
To get one. Now they'll get these started. This is, early on jet engines, but this thing here is like a pull starter for a lawnmower.
Yeah.
That's to get the compressor started. And then they
So
put the fuel in.
how many times did you have to
I don't know. But that's how you start this. You yank this out to get the compressor going, and then kick the fuel in and air, and it hopefully touches off. One of the very few that has ever flown that's left.
And I think he said in his book it was basically an accident when he shot it.
Oh, is that right?
Because he was
This is a GB Model E Sportster. Cassuth 3M Special. Stearman PT-17 Cadet. Air Camper. Forward visibility was not so great. Republic F-84F Thunderstreak. MiG-15. Hispano HA-200 Zetas. North American F-86H Sabre. Notice the slats on the leading edge of the wing. Beechcraft T-34 Mentor. Vultee BT-13A Valiant. North American SNJ-4 Texan AT-6C. Naval Aircraft Factory N3N3 Canary. Fairchild PT-19B Cornell. Ryan PT-22 Recruit. Taylorcraft Oster AOP-6. Piper L4H Grasshopper. De Havilland DH-112 Venom FB-54. Look at that beefy nose gear. Without seeing it in person, it's really difficult to imagine the scale of the size of the Spruce Goose. In the pictures it looks small, but right up next to it, with the small planes parked next to it, it is so huge.
Just in time, new facilities opening on June 6, 2001. After a busy summer, crews began assembling the flying boat's control surfaces. The flaps were assembled September 6, the ailerons on October 9, and the rudder and elevators were attached early December.
Yeah. The Oregon. The Oregon equivalent of
We're inside the fuselage, looking forward. You can see the nose up ahead. Here's a view looking aft. Down that hatch is the fuel tank compartment access.
That's the alternating layers of wood, 90 layers in space.
I guess those beach balls must be for a beach party. Fire suppressor system.
The glue that they use then. Everybody's dead with the Exactly. That early. No, the wing is over here. This is actually the upper deck of the cockpit. Oh, okay. The wing is right here.
Oh,
there's the wing box.
take that back. This is the girding for the upper deck. This is not the wing girding.
Yeah.
Where's the wing?
Right here.
Ah, here's the wing. Those little straps are holding the wings together?
Yep, it's there's 5% of the structure that does has metal in it, and that's a good chunk of that 5%. There's a little bit of hardware where the fuselage joins with the wing, and we had to get the rights to that, and they also got the rights to the glue, which was a formaldehyde-based glue.
How many layers on there?
Oh, on the skin right here is 9.
Wow, that's a thin laminate.
Yeah. And
these braces are aluminum?
everything that you see in here is all wood. No, there's no metal in here.
What's that brace?
That's wood.
That's a wood brace.
It's steam
It's so
birch.
thick. Oh, really? It's steam bent like that?
Yeah.
A lot of Scandinavians worked on this stuff.
Could be.
They're into that furniture. That's
No wonder why it took so long to build this plane.
Well, it only took 5 years, which is,
Yeah.
to me, pretty amazing. I mean, the government can't do anything in
I
5
couldn't
years.
do this for 500 years.
Yeah, well, how many workers were working on it?
I don't know.
Probably hundreds.
But the aircraft, when it came to us, it was in 38 pieces. It came across the street there, and it took us 8 years to put it back together.
I saw it in Long Beach. It was in pieces. Okay, the Spruce Goose has a repair area, and I'm not sure if it's that or if it's that. Which one do you think it is? Here or here? Not that? Anyway, there's a zipper on the rear of the fuselage where the plane had to be repaired. When Howard Hughes took the maiden flight, the crew didn't know he was going to fly it. He got in the plane, took off, and the elevator was locked. And that's why he couldn't get it any higher than he did. If you notice in that flight, he was flying really close to the water. He was trying to lift, and he couldn't get the lift because of the lock. And the ground crew had to come in and open it up and repair the controls to the elevator. You can see that elevator over there. It's just huge. I don't know if it had manual controls or automatic controls. Do you know if the controls were automatic or manual? Yeah, 'cause how can you manhandle these elevators?
You need 100 people.
Yeah, it would be impossible.
It was beating to a drum. Boom, boom.
Yeah. UH-1H Iroquois Huey from the Bell Factory. This chopper reminds me of my boss, Dave Thomas. He used to fly these into hot LZs. Thanks for your service, Dave.
Night vision. It's a forward-looking infrared camera.
The laser lights up the target.
And that's a turret that has a laser beam.
Bell AH-1F Cobra.
And here's the gun, the cannon right here. See? That's the cannon. They took the barrels off because they couldn't fit it.
Oh, that's no fun. What fun is a gun without barrels?
There's a mag band too. They don't like.
Yeah, that's a standard capacity, you know.
It's great. It's made for manufacturing.
Republic RC-3 CB with the Hershey bar wings.
And look at the landing gear. They retract back. It goes back in flight.
Oh,
So
I like it.
It pivots.
Nice paint job on this plane.
Probably Imran polyurethane.
Staggerwing Beach. D-17A by Beechcraft. What a beauty. Curtis, Model F. Rather, Model 51 fledgling. You're cool.
Thank you.
Ryan, Spirit of St. Louis. Camel, made by Sopwith. I know this plane anywhere. This is a Curtiss Jenny. This was the first model airplane I ever built when I was a kid. Here's a V1, and right next to it is a V2.
Look at the thrust vectoring at the bottom. That's how they steered it.
Ah,
See how they pivot?
they must have had a gyro in the nose.
They did. See how they filleted the wing root?
I see
That's my
that.
specialty.
I see that. You're a fillet specialty? Or a fillet specialty? Here's the engine from a V2. Let me get some light on it. Man, does this look primitive. Check this out. They got an SR-71 here. Wonder how they got a hold of this.
Trading, dog trading.
What an amazing engine.
The thing gets cherry red when it's in flight.
The fuselage.
No, the engine.
You know what the engine does?
Everything there burns cherry red.
The fuselage is titanium.
Yeah, it can take the heat. Notice the red RTV all over the place?
Yeah, I see red RTV on the ceiling surface.
Right? They
Yeah.
have seals made out of red RTV. Silicone.
I would go for a ride in this.
Join the Air Force.
No thanks. What have we here? What is this?
Cameras.
These are cameras?
That's what its job was, to take surveillance.
Uh-huh.
Before, the satellites were very accurate.
You mean they didn't use these to make a pizza run?
Actually, it was beer and golf clubs.
Yeah. Fairchild Republic, A-10C, Thunderbolt 2. An airplane built around the guns.
30 millimeter.
Yeah, 30 millimeter. Can I get some light in there? I guess not. Closer, closer. Ah, there we go.
Beautiful, right?
I think I got, oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, look at that. Ah. Oh. You know, this is the most fun you can have with your clothes on. Focus, focus. Those fans are artist renderings. They're just a mock-up. There's no engines in here. Still one of my favorite planes, but I love to joyride in this. This angle was because it performed better in the wind tunnel.
No, in flight test.
In flight test.
Okay. Here's the.
You worked on this curved wingtip.
No, actually, it's this chaff dispenser right here. That's what I worked on.
The chaff dispenser right here.
It looks ugly, but it's mine.
Ah. Where does the chaff come out?
They have it blanked off here.
Oh, it's blocked?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a cover plate here.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Where is the protective tub?
Titanium bathtub.
Titanium bathtub. It's got to be around the cockpit.
You see where it says danger ejection
Yeah.
seat?
Uh-huh.
That is the tub.
That's the tub. Okay. How
And-
thick is the tub?
4 inches.
4 inches of titanium.
Very heavy.
Amazing. You think it'll stop a 22 long rifle?
It'll stop a 40 millimeter
40 millimeter.
Soviet cannon round.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Only once though.
These are not carrier based, right?
No.
Land based. No tail hook.
No. It has a tail hook, but that's it's to stop it at the end of the runway in case the brakes fail.
So the fuselage, I imagine, would be strong enough to mount the tail hook for a carrier.
No. It's only for respite on the land.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Offset landing gear.
See? Offset landing gear. Why?
Because the barrel is rotating at 500 RPM, and by the time it leaves the muzzle, it's right on the center of the aircraft.
Uh-huh.
And the recoil is 18,000 pounds.
18,000 pounds of recoil. That's my kind of gun.
Well, the thrust of the two engines is 18,000 pounds when it's full power.
Hey, this needs a paint job. Look at that. It's a MiG-21. It's a MiG-23.
The landing gear is designed to operate on unimproved fields, sod fields.
Ah, typical Soviet design.
And the outer door is a mud flap. All the mud slings
Uh-huh.
on there, and it's designed to close even caked with mud.
I bet the air scoop for the engine is mounted on top of the wing,
No, this
so
one,
they don't suck up dirt, right?
No, this one's different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's designed so.
Is this the air intake right here?
That's auxiliary intake,
Uh-huh.
but this one is designed.
Oh, here's the air intake right here.
Right. It doesn't have the mud doors like the MiG-29 does.
Uh-huh.
This is a MiG-23,
Uh-huh.
and it has mud guards on the landing gear, so it doesn't throw in the mud.
Oh, looks just like a tractor.
Yeah. And the landing gear is far back enough from the inlets that they don't need the mud doors on
Uh-huh.
top. But that's the impressive landing gear on this airplane.
Now, what's this radiation symbol for?
Don't get too close,
Oh.
because when they turn on the radar, it could cook a rabbit in about 2 seconds.
No way. Really?
You don't want to be close to those things when they're on.
Racer X has pointed out how massive this landing gear is. Made for taking hard landings. And the gear articulates up as it's retracted into the fuselage. I understand it's a thing of beauty to watch these being retracted. Back to the F-15.
See that the round thing? That's the pivot
Where?
right there
On
on the
the s-
bottom of the inlet.
I
Pivot's
see where
there.
it curves up.
Well, you see there's like a little round thing. That's the pivot point of the inlet, and it pivots down.
I see a round thing on the fuselage.
Well, that's
At
the
the-
inlet. You see it?
Yeah, by the opening of the inlet at the bottom,
Yeah, there's a pivot
there's a
point.
round patch in the skin.
That's
Is that the pivot?
a pivot point, and it's on the inside inlet too.
Yeah.
The whole thing rotates
Okay,
down.
I see it.
That's how they control the Mach number inside the inlet.
So when do they pivot it down? When they're going faster or when they're going slower?
Subsonic, it's open like this.
Yeah.
But when they're going fast, you got too much air going into the inlet, so they get the area down,
Ah.
pivoting it down.
Ah. You can't just chop the throttle.
I don't think so. And they sculpted the fuselage. If you look at from the front, you'll see how they sculpted the fuselage so it would interact with the inlets better. See how they skinnied up the fuselage right in front of the inlets?
Yeah.
They sculpted it so the shock wouldn't hit the inlets.
The shock of the air going around the fuselage.
They
Well-
skinnied it up right here. Right here.
It won't flutter into the air inlet, right? Okay. We are leaving the museum in McMinnville, and we had a wonderful time. It's a beautiful collection of aircraft. I want to thank you guys and gals for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more great videos from David GPO.